Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Thursday Night Thunder. The superstars of MTA are set to turn it loose and put on a great show for all you fans out there. We appreciate the support you show. We love hearing the feedback, and these trucks are ready to turn it loose here tonight for Thursday Night Thunder. Now, Wild Hair Rich Wagner is your current checker flag holder. Will he be able to hold on to that flag? We're going to find out next. Last week here on Thunder, two bitter rivals threw it down in the finals. Wild Hair made its debut in that brand new truck and took home the checkered flag. Here's a current look at your point standings for the January season. Wild Hair leads with 20. Gunslinger holds the gate closed with 5. We're going to find out what happens next. Coming up here in round number 1, the Bulldozer machine is set to take on Zombie. Bulldozer was taken out by Snakebite last week. He draws up against Zombie here in round number 1. Zombie, a former champion back in the December season. Who's going on to round number 2 as we go green? They're looking even up and over the car. Zombie turns it over, and Bulldozer will move on to round number 2. The MTA track crew is down here now to turn Zombie back over. Hopefully he didn't tear that truck up too bad. The first race out here in round number 1, and Zombie is upside down. Well, coming up next, Whiplash draws up against King Crunch. That awesome-looking King Crunch Chevrolet made its debut at Legends. Whiplash, no slouch out here. Who's going on to round number 2? Down the straight, Crunch has a lead up and over the cars, and King Crunch will outrun the Whiplash machine, moving on to round number 2. Now one of the top guns everybody's shooting for, the UFO machine draws up against Taz. Taz made its debut at the Legends show. He looks to take out the UFO here in round number 1. As we go green, Taz pulling on him up and over the cars, and Taz turns it over. UFO gets it down to the wall. We're going to take you back to an instant replay right here. You see Taz hit this first jump and just start to nose over, and he got into the throttle and pretty much lawn darted that truck right on top of the tabletop there. Taz is out of round number 1. Now moving on, the Medusa Ford draws up against the Snakebite Ford. That brand new truck made its debut last week. Can he go on to round number 2 tonight as we go green down the straight, up and over the cars? And Snakebite will just outrun Medusa right there on the shutdown area. Snakebite is moving on to round number 2. Now Jurassic Attack draws up against the legendary Gravedigger out of Kill Devil Hills, North Carolina. Gravedigger did not compete in the December season. Jurassic Attack made its debut at Legends. Both trucks stage as we go green. Jurassic pulling on him up and over the cars, and Jurassic Attack shuts down the Digger on the tabletop. They will move on to round number 2. Well, up next, the Power Ford machine draws up against last month's points leader, El Toro Loco. The rookie took home the overall points champion. Can he do it again this season? Both trucks stage as we go green. They're looking even up and over, some sick air by El Toro Loco. He takes that crazy bull to round number 2. Power Ford is on the trailer. Well, up next, Blue Thunder draws up against the Gunslinger machine, but we're going to take you back to last week. Blue Thunder went out and dive-bombed that truck right in the middle of the track, breaking off the left front tire. His crew thrashed on that truck all week long to replace the axle housings and the planetary in that truck. The crew chief says it is 100% ready to go tonight. Blue Thunder, Gunslinger as we get set to go green. 2 Fords down the straight, Blue Thunder with a huge lead up and over the cars. And he was right when he said that truck was 100%. That thing was bad fast. Now to close out round number 1, your current checkered flag holder, Rich Wagner in the Wild Hair Chevrolet, isn't cutting no slack out here tonight. He's taking on the Inferno machine. As we go green, Wild Hair pulls a lead on him up and over the cars in the Wild Hair Chevrolet, and Rich Wagner will move on to round number 2 with the checkered flag. Well, first, before we get on to round number 2, we're going to take you down to the pits. A little inside look at what's going on with the Maximum Destruction team. They took this month off. They are thrashing on the old truck, getting it ready to go for future events. That truck is a 4-time Thursday Night Thunder champion, but they got in touch with MTA officials and started building a new truck. The Maximum Destruction body will make a debut with a front engine design and coilover shocks. This truck will be a force to be reckoned with, making its debut next month. Well, now, coming up here in round number 2 on Thursday Night Thunder, we've got the Bulldozer machine set to take on the King Crunch Chevrolet. These two are going to battle it out to try to move on to the semifinals. They're out here not just for the flag, but they're trying to claim these overall points. Bulldozer, King Crunch as we get set to go green. Down the straight now, King Crunch with a slight lead up and over the cars, and Bulldozer passes him in the shutdown area, and the Bulldozer machine moves on to the semifinals. Well, up next, the Snakebite machine draws up against UFO. Snakebite made its debut out here last week on Thunder, but he has a tough task ahead of him here tonight. The UFO Ford the Redemption Champion and Full Throttle Champion. Snakebite's got his hands full. As we go green, both trucks cut a good light down the straight up and over the cars, and Snakebite comes back on the UFO machine, getting it down in the shutdown area. Snakebite moves on to the semifinals. Well, up next here in round number 2, the Jurassic Attack machine draws up against the Crazy Bull El Toro Loco. The Battle of the Horns here in round number 2. Both trucks stage as we go green. Down the straight now, Jurassic has a lead up and over the cars. El Toro tried to come back, and I think he did. He outran the Jurassic Attack over the cars into the shutdown area. Now, to close out round number 2, the Wild Hair Chevrolet draws up against the Built Ford Tough Blue Thunder. Blue Thunder, the comeback kid, broke a tire off last week and is bound and determined to come back. But he has to take out the champion, Rich Wagner, in the Wild Hair Chevrolet. Ford and Chevrolet now as we go green. Wild Hair has a slight lead up and over the cars, and Blue Thunder gets it down to the wall. He puts the champion on the trailer for the night. Revenge is coming January 30th. Stay tuned for details on that. As we get set to kick off the semifinals, Snakebite draws up against Bulldozer. These two battled it out last week. Snakebite came out the victor. Can he do it again here tonight? Or is Bulldozer gonna upset that brand new team? Here we go now as we go green. Down the straight, they're looking even up and over. Some sick air by Bulldozer, but loses it. And Snakebite outruns the Bull for the second week in a row. Now, closing out the semifinals, Blue Thunder draws up against last month's overall points champion, El Toro Loco. These two have got something to prove. Stage now as we get set to go green. Blue Thunder has a strong lead up and over the cars, and Blue Thunder will outrun the Crazy Bull, taking that Built Ford Tough machine to the finals. Well, ladies and gentlemen, before we get to the finals, we're going to take you down to the pit area of Team Taz. If you remember, in round number 1, they lawn darted that truck right in the center of the track. The crew chief's telling us it's basically just body damage, but you know what? These guys have probably sold some t-shirts out here these last couple of weeks. They rolled it over both weeks in a row, and they're definitely going to have some fiberglass for sale in the coming weeks, because that's not going back together. Also, MTA Revenge coming to you January 30th, 2021. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this is what we all come to see. It's final time here on Thursday Night Thunder. We've had some great racing here tonight and some wild action. Both trucks staged at the starting line now. The brand new Snakebite made its debut last week. Blue Thunder broke a wheel off last week. A lot of drama going on. Ladies and gentlemen, Snakebite, Blue Thunder. Who's going home as champion? It's showtime. Down the straight stretch, Blue Thunder has a slight lead up and over the cars, and Blue Thunder took the lead by just a little bit, outrunning the Snakebite. But what a great race here tonight. Congratulations to Lee Bailey and the Built Ford Tough Blue Thunder for winning Thursday Night Thunder. Now, before we close out, here's a current look at the point standings. Blue Thunder tonight takes the lead at 28 points, tying Wild Hair. Gunslinger and Inferno and Taz hold the gate closed with 10 points.
Standing tall up in victory lane, I done brought the pain and now they screaming my name. Yeah, everybody saw me rock the place. Now there's flashbulbs are popping and mics in my face. Always giving the crowd what they need. Now they're wearing my shirts front row to nosebleed. Now the crowd forms is what it's all about. Signing autographs until the lights out. Yeah.
Thank you guys for watching this episode of Thursday Night Thunder. We hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to check out our other videos linked right here on our channel. As always, give this video a like. Make sure you crush that subscribe button, and I'll catch you down the road. See you next week.